It's been said that the best way to predict the future is to create it. At LG Nova, that is exactly what we're doing by launching our global challenge program called Mission for the Future to find innovative entrepreneurs to partner with us and build a better world together.
So we want to harness all this energy and all these different types of innovation, different ideas innovation, and mix them together and collaborate and create more innovation.
LG Nova hosted the groundbreaking Mission Launch Live and virtual event series, calling on startups, founders, and entrepreneurs to join LG in creating new business partnerships. The 5-day event included industry-leading keynote speakers, panels, and Q&A sessions.
There is so much more we can accomplish if we collaborate. We all have a part to play in creating a brighter future. LG is leading the way by bringing on board fresh thinkers, creative minds, and innovators. You on its mission for the future.
With these events, we've inserted LG into the conversation surrounding these 5 key areas of innovation that will drive us into the future: connected health, energizing mobility, smart lifestyles, the metaverse, and innovation for impact.
We live in a global society. We're interconnected. What happens in one part of the world has a dramatic impact on the other parts of the world. With the pandemic, we've seen a dramatic acceleration in terms of virtual care services. In fact, it's been estimated that we've seen about 2 years of digital transformation occur within a matter of 2 months. Virtual care is a lot more than just simply a video consult. We're marrying artificial intelligence and machine learning with virtual care to create better experiences.
Patients, you and I, suffer diseases regardless of where you are geographically. Folks have a heart attack whether they're in the big city or out in the country, but they still need that quick access to care. This is where the opportunity is here within connected health.
Disconnected healthcare is a disastrous cost on humanity, on the planet, but affordable healthcare is the critical factor to make it universal, which is a human right. It's just so much more cost effective to have connected healthcare.
We're at the beginning of this electric revolution, and I think there's so many possibilities from this. The idea of reaching a circular economy, to be sustainable and self-sustaining. It's just quite incredible. I think there's enough interest from consumer side, enough interest from corporate side, and enough policy changes coming that this is going to become a reality.
When you think about electrification, you think about the impact on the environment, and along with that, folks also want advantages, different levels of autonomy with ADAS or AV. So to me, it's the future.
How are we making this electric mobility and this electric revolution accessible to everyone? And so I think as we look at this electric revolution, we're really going to have to take a deep look into how we're servicing these EV owners, where we're servicing these EV owners, and is that the most commercial and efficient way to do so? I think LG's done a really good job, thinking through this methodically around how do we work with a startup going from ideation all the way through acceleration, all the way to innovation and launch.
This is why I'm optimistic, right? I think that what would normally be on the periphery would normally be swept aside as a novelty or a joke. You have more and more people experimenting. Before you open a restaurant, start it at your house.
Right.
It's going to be build your following that way. You're seeing the innovation happen. It doesn't have to be tech-oriented, but you are seeing a lot of people use tech to their advantage. And I think that what happens in the home is going to be a larger percentage of how people dine.
Now, when I think about AI in our lives and our homes, the 2 things I really think about is, number one, can I actually use it? Okay. Is there actual equity of access? And second is, what is the job it's doing for me?
There's quite a bit of waste right now just at ports and getting food processed into different countries. If we can solve some of those problems of supply and ease some of that tension around people feeling a lack of access to food, a lack of access to the things they need. So those are the pieces where AI needs to focus right now.
With LG having multiple touch points in the home, we have presence in the kitchen, presence in the living room, presence, laundry room, etc. There's paths in terms of with these touch points and the data you have from them, providing, let's say, unobtrusive guidance and monitoring for those aging in place.
Open and extensible is essential to make the metaverse a reality. We believe that there will be more content and experiences created and shared in the virtual worlds than in the physical worlds. We believe that the exchanges, markets, and economies will be built in virtual worlds than in the physical world.
What the metaverse is doing over time, we're almost gamifying the entire surface of the world so that our supply chains work better, our cities work better. We almost can do almost like game level programming with artificial intelligence to make everything run more smoothly, more efficiently.
The real interesting thing is going to be kind of where people hang out, right? And how they hang out and where they spend their time and where their digital identities, their digital footprint might become more exciting or worth more to them than their real physical one, right?
When we think about the relation between content, data, and innovation, it's really important to think about, as we think about optimizing, for example, are we creating more harmful technologies? And this mostly happens because we're thinking in silos. We're thinking in geographical silos, in sectoral silos, without really addressing how this might impact other communities around the world.
And I think it is the duty of every corporation to do everything they can to make sure that we innovate in terms of promoting and fostering equality on a geographic scale across all sectors of our economy and our society.
So I think the place that we really start is by recognizing that companies as large as LG and the J&Js of the world, they create their own sort of gravitational pull of innovators around them. And it's incumbent upon us to really query that community closely to find the key products and services that can have an impact, if you will, on these types of disparities that we see in different domains.
Corporates can work closely with startups like we're doing with the LG NOVA team. It's a trendsetter.
People don't realize there's so many pieces of an organization the size of LG that could potentially be beneficial to a startup.
Marketing starts when you're trying to tell your story, right? That can be as early as sitting down to write your first idea down.
Understand that your customers have multiple pains, and there's a lot of different ways of solving that pain.
Ultimately, whether it's said or it's not said, it's having stakeholders throughout the enterprise, which actually keeps a venture studio interested in your company versus other companies.
The mission launch events have sparked excitement in the startup community. We've captured attention across the globe and created a buzz that tells us we're on the right track.
We are very excited about the LG partnership because the core mission of LG is to make life good.
The LG NOVA team is bringing with us the resources, the customer, and the technology and know-how of reaching out the customer worldwide.
Can't wait to take advantage of all of the great resources that LG has at their disposal, all the experts.
By creating and nurturing a culture of innovation, LG NOVA is inspiring forward thinkers, disruptors, and innovators to join forces with LG to shape a brighter future. And we're just getting started.